This telecast is copyrighted by Hometown 24 for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or retransmission of this game without the express written consent of Hometown 24 is prohibited.
Welcome to Letcher County Central and Hometown 24. Thank you for joining us tonight as the Letcher County Central Lady Cougars will face the Perry County Lady Commodores. I'm Manus Blair, and Jim McCauley not with us tonight. He's still in Tennessee fishing, and David Adams had a family commitment, so you're going to hear a whole lot of me tonight, and that might not be good for a lot of people out there. But looking forward to this game. Weather seems to be holding off right now, and looks to be a nice evening to play, in hot evening to be playing softball here in a big 14th region game. Perry County Central coming in 12-8 on the season, 4-1 in the region, number 2 in the RPI. Letcher County Central 16-11, 7-1 in the region, number 4 in the RPI. This is the 35th edition of this rival, and Perry Central holds a 20-14 edge. Perry Central coming in off of 2 big wins, one at Wolfe County, the number 1 RPI team, and then they defeated Johnson Central at home to the number 2 rated team in the 15th region. Letcher Central coming in winners of 9 of the last 11, has had some big victories and looking to try to be the number 1 seed in the 53rd, and of course Perry Central trying to be that number 1 seed in the 54th district. Tonight's pitchers for Letcher Central will be Scarlett Stamper. She's 9-7 on the season with a 3.36 ERA. Perry Central, Caroline Moberly, an 8th grader. She is 1-2 with a 5.96 ERA. Tonight's officials are meeting with both teams and handing out the cards and looking over and going over the ground rules. Pretty much self-contained here at Letcher County Central. 1 or 2. You've got the tarp in left field, and that's the only thing in play here that they need to worry about. For Perry County Central, their lineup will be batting first will be Alyssa Dixon, the senior, batting .473. Second will be Avery Ratliff, an 8th grader, batting .383. Batting third will be Taylon Hoskins, senior, batting .420. Michaela Shepard, a freshman, batting .474. Olivia Robinson, a freshman, batting .385, batting field. 50, followed by Cheyenne Couch, senior, batting .350. Josie Mullins, sophomore, batting freshman, batting .214, and as I mentioned, Caroline Moberly will be the pitcher for Perry County Central. The base paths, and Larry Maggard will be behind home plate. Larry Maggard is a veteran official. It's called the state finals in softball. So this warrants good officials, and both of these guys are top notch. And looks like to me both teams are coming out for the national anthem. And after the national anthem, I'll go over Letcher County Central in the field, and we'll take a break and listen to the national anthem and give it all we've got here, and we'll be back. So stay with us here on Hometown 24 for this big softball game.
Great communities attract talented people to live, work, and raise their families. We're committed to delivering future-proof broadband so our friends, families, and neighbors can live rich lives in smart rural communities across America. Your community is our community. We're your rural broadband partners. You do great things. We make great things possible.
For over 25 years, we fought for Kentuckians injured through no fault of their own. During that time, we've traveled all across the country to take that fight to some of the biggest insurance carriers and corporations in the world. That kind of dedication is what's needed to get every dollar you deserve. If you've been injured in a motor vehicle collision caused by someone else's fault, call Bates & Sloan right now and let us fight for you. The first consultation is free, and the attorney you see that first day will be the same attorney you see from the beginning of your case to the end. That's our promise to you at Bates & Sloan.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
Welcome back to the campus of Letcher County Central. And as I mentioned, we'll go over Letcher County Central's lineup here. And I mentioned that Scarlett Stamper will be pitching for Letcher County Central, 9-7 with a 3.36 ERA. Scarlett also will lead off for Letcher Central, a junior batting .333. Amara Cook, 7th grader, will bat second and bats .366. Katie Combs batting third, a junior batting .338. Fourth, Kelsey Bentley, a sophomore, batting .316. Emma Pavlik, a senior, batting .302. Kara Holcomb, a senior, batting .143, coming off that injury. And 76. Kelly Bentley, a sophomore, batting .278. Addison Collier. Richardson is batting .212 for Coach Jay Perkins. Failed to mention the coach of Perry County Central, and of course, that is coming into this game, the RPI and the teams in the 14th region. Wolf County, they're the number one. Number 2, Perry Central, 3, Hazard. Letcher Central, 4. Knott County Central, 7th. 8th, Leslie County, 9th, Breathitt County, and 10th, Powell County. And that's the RPI for that's not an AP poll or a coach's poll. That is just based on the results of the play up to this time. For Letcher County Central, and mentioned that Scarlett Stamper is the pitcher. Katie Combs at catching. At first base will be Kelsey Bentley. At second will be Addison Collier. At shortstop will be Kara Holcomb. At third will be Sarah Richardson. And left field will be Anna Hatton. In center will be Emma Pavlik. And in right will be Amara Cook. So that is your defensive alignment for the Lady Cougars. And like I said, Lady Cougars winners of 9 of the last 11. And Perry Central, of course, in the region, is undefeated in the region, but they've played 4, but they have played 4 really good teams. So once again, looking forward to this matchup out there. And when you're looking at the flag, it's a little bit of a crosswind tonight, and may help with any ball going down the right field line. The dimensions here are 200 all the way around. And in will step for Perry County Central, Alyssa Dixon. And Alyssa Dixon, a senior, batting .473. She sets the table for Coach Ratliff, and very quick player. Here comes the first pitch, and it is going to be ball. Any ball hit in right field is going to be kind of tough. 1-1. Anybody on the right side of the infield or in the outfield is going to have to use their glove or their sunglasses if that ball gets stuck up in the sun. Here comes the pitch, and it's popped up. Call is made by Richardson, and that's going to be the first out. 1 down for Perry Central, and that will bring up Avery Ratliff, an 8th grader, batting .383. and she is the catcher for Perry County Central. Perry Central's outfield, Letcher Central's outfield against Perry Central straight away. Pavlik is moving a little bit to the left. Ball is outside, ball one. Stamper, a junior, but a lot of experience. Next pitch, and that's going to be a strike. Evens the count at 1-1. Stamper trying to keep everything down against Ratliff. Infield's playing up on the corners. Here comes the pitch, and it's going to be a swing and miss. 1-2. 1-2, 1 out for Perry County Central. Top of the first. Here comes the pitch, and it's swung and missed. First strikeout on the night for Scarlett Stamper. Scarlett on the year is 106 strikeouts to 32 walks. So nice control by Scarlett. And that will bring in up Taylon Hoskins, a senior, batting .420. An outstanding volleyball player as well as a softball player. Very quick. Here comes the pitch, and it's away, and that's going to be ball one. Hoskins up in the box against Stamper. Stamper eyes the catcher's mitt of Combs, and here comes the pitch, and it's on down on the handle, and it's going to be a diving stab, but it's not going to be able to unable to come up with it, and that's going to be a base hit for Hoskins, and that will bring up Michaela Shepard, a freshman, .474 on the season. 2 down, Hoskins on first, good speed, so Combs and got to be ready behind home plate to throw it down in the middle of the field. Eyes the pitch, and here is up, and it's a little bit late, fouled off, strike one. A 1-2 down. Hoskins at first. Hatton playing deep and left, and it's going to be off. Hoskins going down. The throw goes down, and it's going to be a stolen base for Hoskins. Got a good jump that time, and let's see if Shepard, with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position, can plate it for Coach Ratliff and the Lady Commodores. Thank you for tuning in to Hometown 24. Here goes the pitch, and it's going to be a strikeout, and that's the second and third of the inning, and Perry Central does not score. And stay with us. We're going to go to the bottom of the first for Letcher Central. Stay with us here on Hometown 24.
My name is Emily, and I'm from Laurel County. When I was searching for a college, I wanted to find a place that felt like home and where I could make a difference. The moment I stepped on Alice Lloyd's campus, I knew this was where I belonged. There's a sense of community here and a focus on serving others that you can't find at other colleges. For me, it wasn't just about continuing education. It was about being a part of something bigger. Apply now to find your home at alc.edu.
Come right to the source and get the region's best basketball coverage. HT24 puts you right in the middle of the action, and it's free to watch on Facebook. Watch the state's most exciting basketball right here with HT24.
Welcome back to Letcher County Central. When we move to the bottom of the first, Perry Central unable to come up with anything in the top of the first against Scarlett Stamper and Letcher Central. For Perry Central, Alyssa Dixon will play short. Avery Ratliff will be the catcher. Taylon Hoskins will be in center. Michaela Shepard in left. Olivia Robinson at second. Ashlyn Dixon at third. Cheyenne Couch at first. Josie Mullins in right. McKenna Fugit will be the DP, and Carolyn Mobley will be the flex, and of course the pitcher. Carolyn Mobley 1-2, 5.96 on the season, 10 strikeouts and 6 walks, 24.2 total innings. For Letcher Central, Scarlett Stamper will start off with a batting average of .333. She is a left-hander. Wonderful weather, and the wind is picking up, so I'm not a meteorologist, but I hope it's not blowing in any kind of bad weather. Don't want to be the person that would think that. So Stamper getting ready to step in for Coach Perkins. And here we go. First pitch and that's going to be a strike. Nice pitch by Moberly. Looked like a changeup. Moberly rocks and fires. 1-1. Stamper with good power. Also will hit to the opposite field. 1-1 pitch, and there is that opposite field, and Coach Perkins has to dive to get out of that thing. 1-2. Stamper looking to protect the plate here. Of course, as a left-hander, she wants, if she can, turn on it, get that up in the wind. Here is the pitch, and it's going to be up, and that's 2-2. 2-2 pitch, and they'll check, and they said she win, and that's going to be strike out number 1 for Moberly. Myra Cook will come in now, batting .366. Stamper unable to hold up on that pitch, got fooled a little bit, and on the appeal, caught out on her third strike. Cook will step in, 7th grader for Coach Perkins. Pitch is up, ball 1. Amira almost with a diving catch in the top of the first. Goes the pitch, and it's going to be hit off the end of the bat to the second baseman, and it's going to be 4-3, 2 down, and nice job that time by Robinson getting the ball out in front. So 2 down, and that will bring up Combs, Katie Combs, batting .338. Combs, a junior. 2 down, trying to get something started for the Lady Cougars. Once again, that's a tough sun in right field, and that first pitch is going to be down, and that's going to be ball 1. Pitch, and that's going to be 2-0. Trying to get base runners here in the bottom of the first. No score. And on the handle goes, and it's bobbled that time, and she's going to get on with an E5 as the ball was hit down to Dixon, and she was unable to come up with it, and she will reach. And that's going to bring up Kelsey Bentley, a sophomore, batting .316. Bentley has raw power, and Moberly's got to be careful here. Combs at first with 2 down. First pitch by Moberly, and it's hit off the end of the bat, and it's going to be down into right center. Combs is going all the way through. Hoskins tries to get her, but she's going to not stop, and she's going to score. So Bentley hit the ball into right center. Hoskins overthrows, and that's going to score 1 run, and Bentley will, on the overthrow, will go all the way to second with the single, and that will bring up Emma Pavlik, a senior, batting .302, batting left-handed, and she's a slap hitter, and she'll be coming up into the box to slap it to the left side, usually, especially with Bentley on second. And it's drug, and it's going to be foul. Bentley at second base doesn't have to go on any ball that's hit to the left side of the infield, so she'll wait until it's through or the throw is made to first. Pavlik goes after it, and it gets away, and Bentley will advance on the pass ball to third base. And it's still the same thing. 0-2 is Bentley has to elect if the ball's hit on that left side. She has to see what's going to go on. 1 run in for Letcher County Central. And it's hit. First baseman, nice play, and it's going to be 3 unassisted for the third out of the inning. Letcher Central scores 1, and when we come back, we'll be in the top of the second with Prairie Central batting. So stay with us here on Hometown 24.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
This is the 4th app. I don't remember any of these passwords.
With so many subscriptions, it can be impossible to keep up.
Who said that?
Don't worry about who I am. Worry about all the money you're losing paying for all these subscriptions.
I have to use like 13 to watch all the shows I want to watch.
Then sign up for TVS. With TVS, you have all your favorite shows with just one bill. So stop throwing away money and throw away those subscriptions.
Magellan, what should we do with all this money we save by switching to TVS?
Welcome back to Letcher County Central. As we move to the top of the second, Letcher Central able to push 1 run across, up 1-0, and with Stamper back on the mound for Letcher Central, and up to bat for Prairie Central first will be Olivia Robinson, a freshman, batting .385 for the Lady Commodores on this. I don't know if you call it, I believe it's be considered to be a warm evening. So ball's going to move a little bit more than what it is when it's in March and heavy air and cold. This is definitely not a cold evening. So Stamper eyes and steps up on the rubber. First pitch, and it's going to be strike 1. Prairie Central made up of a lot of young players with some veterans in the lineup, so a good mix of players for Coach Ratliff. Here goes the pitch off the handle, and it is going to be foul ball, and it's going to be 0-2. Nice pitch by Stamper, getting down on the hands of Robinson. 0-2. Robinson trying to get on base to start the inning off for Prairie County Central. There's the pitch, and it's away. Nice pitch that time, trying to get Robinson to go after something. 1-2. Once again, Robinson trying to choke up a little bit, make contact to make Letcher Central make a play here, and it's fouled off. Robinson doing a nice job of fighting off those pitches. Robinson up in the box. Here comes the pitch, and good eye. 2-2. So you've got 2-2. Nobody down. Stamper takes the signal. Here's the money pitch coming, and it's going to be ball 3, and it's going to be full count. Robinson doing a nice job of working the count. Full count pitch, and it's another one fouled off. Once again, Robinson making Stamper work on the mound. Any ball hit to the right side over there, once again, is going to be kind of tough. Here comes the pitch, and once again, Robinson fouls it off.
She's hanging around, which is just what you want out of your person leading off the inning.
3-2. Once again. And you know, you never know in a warm evening when you make the pitcher work more and more and more and stress the pitcher, then you have something going on with a lot of different people thinks that softball pitchers don't get tired, but we'll see. And once again, Robinson fouls it off. Thank you for watching again, Bumper Adams. Watching from his recliner. Thank you for Angie Eisenwell for tuning in tonight. You guys may be a little bit tired of hearing just me without Jim, Bob, and David here. There goes the pitch, and once again, Robinson fouls it off. You have to admire having the back control to keep fighting off good pitches that comes from Stamper, and Stamper keeps putting it in there. So let's see, it's the one of those battles that you have in softball. Let's see who comes out on top. 3-2, once again fouled off. And Stamper looks like it's probably going to have to go anything on the outer half. Robinson's been able to fight it off against Robinson. Here comes the pitch. And once again, fouled off. Coach Ratliff. The bench of Letcher Central. We have a real battle going on here. Didn't keep up with all of it, but I'm sure that's a Here comes the pitch on the hand-on base hit. Nice job by Robinson. That starts the inning off well for Coach Ratliff, and that will bring in Ashlyn Dixon, who bats .350 for Prairie Central, and home plate umpire Larry Maggard had to ask for more balls. Robinson had fouled them all off. Thank you for tuning in, Ryan Farmer. Ryan Farmer, a big Leslie County sports fan. There comes the first pitch, and it's going to be away by 1. Let's see if Coach Ratliff puts Robinson in motion here. Dixon handles the bat well, so that's a good sign of a hit and run here, and she swings and misses. 1-1. We're in the top of the second, 1-0, Letcher County Central. Nobody out. 1-1, Wine for Stamper, and the pitch, strike 2. Stamper with 2 strikeouts in the first inning. 1-2. Here we go, and it was away, and that's going to be 2-2. Stamper was wanting that one.
The pitch missed, just missed for 2-2.
Hatton in left field has moved back a little bit on the 2 pitch, and that's away that time, and that's going to be another full count. Scarlett Stamper in this top of the second.
Big secondary leads in baseball, you can throw a pitch out to get them, but you can't really do that.
Here comes the pitch, and it's going to be a strikeout, and that'll be the 3rd strikeout on the night for Scarlett Stamper. 1 down, and that will bring Cheyenne Couch, senior, batting .350. Cheyenne, as most of y'all know, is the 3-point specialist for the Perry County Central Lady Commodores and Coach Kayla Lowe this year. One of the top 3-point shooters in all of basketball. Here's the first pitch, and that's going to be strike 1. So Stamper starting right off with a strike, 1 down. Robinson at first. Winding the pitch, and it's fouled off, and that's going to be 0-2. Couch a little bit behind on the pitch. Cook makes an adjustment in right field with that as well, thinking that that ball is going to come to the right field side. Stamper probably not going to waste anything here too bad here, and it might be just an up as he look into the catcher's mitt of Combs, and here it is, and it's going to be away, and that'll be 1-2. First 2 batters of the game here for Perry Central in the second inning have all gone to 3-2 counts. 1-2 count here. And it's going to be away, 2-2. Couch ready at the plate. Stamper with a wind in the pitch, and it's going to be a strikeout, and the second strikeout of the inning, the 4th in the game, 2 down. And that will bring Josie Mullins up, sophomore. And she bats .346 on the season. As you probably can tell as I go over these, there's not really anybody on Perry Central that, the lowest batting average is .346, and that's Josie. So that's, says she strikes it in the first one. .346 is not a bad batting average.
She's thrown it well here, especially if she's able to retire the side here on the strikeout.
Robinson ready to go with 2 outs. She'll be off on any contact, and that's going to be strike 2. 0-2, and Mullins is going to try to do like Robinson did and choke up on her bat to make contact here and get the ball in play. Here comes the pitch, and it's going to be up 1-2. Try to throw the rise ball and try to get Mullins to swing at it. Line by Stamper. Here comes the pitch, and it's going to be, she struck out the side, so it gives her 5 on the night. No runs for Perry Central, and that'll move us to the bottom of the second, and Letcher Central will be coming to bat. Stay with us here on Hometown 24. We got a good one.
A lot has changed in 100 years. We've gone from the Model T to the electric car, from silent film to home theaters, and from the telegram to the iPhone. And through it all, People's Bank and Trust of Hazard has been there for local people. From paper checks to debit cards, from wire transfers to online banking, People's Bank has maintained a tradition of service while embracing the future for your financial needs. Celebrating a century of service to the mountains. People's Bank and Trust. Member FDIC. TVS has made a commitment to bringing you the best channel lineups and most diverse video packages available. We are proud to introduce Broadband TV, our newest and most affordable video package yet. 48 of the most watched channels we offer, some new channels only available with this package, and over 300 of the best free ad-supported channels available, all for only $29.95.
Welcome back to Letcher County Central as we move to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Letcher County Central. Kara Holcomb senior will come to bat, batting 143 for Letcher County Central. Thank you, Johnny Wilder. Appreciate that comment. Thank you for watching as well. Keith Baker, Coach Baker, thank you for watching. Miss Autumn Wampler, former star at Letcher County Central and now at Midway. Thank you for watching. Anthony Lewis, thank you for watching. Thank everybody for tuning in and watching this game from Letcher County Central between two of the best teams in the 14th region. And Caroline Moberly will stay on the mound, and she will go against Kara Holcomb. Prairie Central playing pretty deep in the outfield. Hoskins straightaway center field. Everyone pretty much straight away. In on the corners. First pitch is going to be strike one. Nice pitch by Moberly. Had Holcomb out on her front foot. And that's going to be away, and that's going to be 1-1. And of course, tonight, when it is warm as it is, and you're the catcher, and you're wearing all those tools out there, it makes for a warm night. 1-1 pitch, fouled straight back, 1-2.
For a meet, so track team out there running around.
They usually do really well. Holcomb digs back in.
Moberly takes the sign and the wind and the pitch. All speed goes off the end of the bat, and it's going to be easy 3 unassisted that time. Be the first out as Cheyenne Couch will make the put out. And that will bring up Anna Hatton, a junior, batting 276 on the season. Moberly with a nice job of staying ahead on the count. Hatton in there, and it's hit to the right field, and it's going to be down for the base hit as Hatton hits it into that right field. And once again, it's tough out there a little bit, and you can see it. The sunglasses come up, and the glare comes right off the sunglasses. So base hit for Anna Hatton, and that will bring up Kaylee Bentley, a sophomore, batting 278 on the season. And as Wee Willie Keeler said, you hit it where they ain't. First pitch is a strike and a foul.
Here's a question for you, Bull. Who has the lowest?
So it's 0-1, 1 out. Hatton at first, Moberly pitch, and it's going to be away, and that's going to be 1-1. Bentley hits it, and it's pretty good. And is it going to get over the top? And it's off the base of the fence. Hatton will slow down at third, and that will be a double for Bentley as she hit the ball on the nose. And that will put runners at third and second with 1 out. And that will bring Addison Collier to the plate. She is a sophomore, batting 270 on the season. And 2 big ducks sitting out there on the pond for Letcher Central. And Moberly right here has got to bear down here with 1 out. And looks like in the infield, looks like it's short, and they're giving the out in the run up. On the corners, they're in. Here comes, and it's a bunt, and it is a safety squeeze, and everyone is going to be safe. If they throw back behind Bentley, and that's going to be a tag, and Bentley is going to be out. The run will count for Hatton, and she is going to be tagged out as Collier will be tagged out, and that will be the third out. The run will count for Hatton, and that will send us to the top of the third as umpire Larry Maggard says the run does count. So stay with us. We'll be right back and after the break.
My name is Isabella, and I am from Madison County, Kentucky. Instead of choosing a larger university, I chose to attend Alice Lloyd College because I wanted a more personal college experience. The small class sizes provide a close relationship between students and professor that isn't possible at any other university. ALC is more than a place to learn, it is a place to grow, serve, and lead. Learn more at alc.edu.
Come right to the source and get the region's best basketball coverage. HT24 puts you right in the middle of the action, and it's free to watch on Facebook. Watch the state's most exciting basketball right here with HT24.
Welcome back to Letcher County Central, and some people may have said what was going on there, but you had runners at second and third, and then Collier puts down the bunt. Of course, it was a safety because Hatton did not take off on the pitch, and therefore Bentley has to make sure that she's watching where Hatton goes. They get caught in a rundown and end up with a double play, but the run does count as it crossed before the last tag. So we have a score of 2-0 in the top of the third, and that will bring up McKenna Fugit, a freshman, batting .214. And a swinging strike. After Fugit will be the top of the inning, and it's going to be a foul ball. Coach Ratliff needs to work on that backhand just a little bit. He's telling Coach Perkins 10 years ago it had that one. 0-2. Let's see what Stamper does with the 0-2 count here. And it's going to be a swinging strike, and that's going to be the first. And she struck out the Lady Commodores 1-2-3 in the second. So she has 6 strikeouts on the night. That will bring up Alyssa Dixon, who popped up to Richardson at third in the first. Swinging strike. Dixon with speed to burn. And it's going to be a strike. That's going to be 0-2.
No, she looks like she's getting into a groove here.
I'd say she'd strike you out right now.
She won't pitch to him. She's scared to pitch to him.
And it's off the handle. Combs, can she catch it? And she does. And that's going to be 2.
As she comes up with a catch for the second out of it. Started walking through this lineup pretty well at the moment. That's going to bring up the third hitter in the lineup, center fielder, Taylor Hoffman.
And that will bring up Avery Ratliff. 2 down for the Lady Commodores. Avery struck out in the first. And that's going to be called strike 1.
232 in a third inning and only had 3 earned runs.
In a season?
In a season.
And there goes the outside pitch, and it's going to be ball 1, 1-1.
That is 68 made them lower the mound. Here comes the one.
Here we go, and it's outside. 2-1.
2-1 ball, 2 strikes. Hoskins
Avery Ratliff, an 8th grader.
got a hit in the first.
2 down, trying to make something happen for Coach Ratliff here. And it's going to be a swinging strike, and that will make it 1-2. Top of the third, 2-0, Letcher County Central. Sun trying to make its way down in between. It's kind of getting mostly cloudy now. Here comes the pitch, and it's gone off a handle and out of play.
We're going to start this again, I guess.
Yeah, right back to it.
Oh, she has tremendous at bat. I'm trying to think one of our girls. May have been Richardson or Combs.
Here comes the pitch, 2-2, 2 outs. And it's going to be a strikeout, and that will be the third out of the inning, and that will move us on to the bottom of the third where Letcher Central will bat. So stay with us here on Hometown 24.
We have determined that you have early onset Alzheimer's disease.
Why me? How could I have prevented this?
Research shows that reducing stress levels, not partaking in substance abuse, and being aware of safety measures are a few ways to prevent it.
So how quickly can this progress?
There's no definitive timeline. Everyone is different.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.53158.
Welcome back to Letcher County Central, and got to apologize here. I had Caroline Moberly being the pitcher, and it is McKenna Fugit. Thought she had number 7, and I apologize to McKenna Fugit and apologize to Caroline Moberly. So thank you, Morgan Robinson, for pointing that out. We must have a very good signal here and to see everything, but McKenna Fugit is 1-2 on the season, 6.12, and got egg on my face a little bit. So thank you, Morgan Robinson, for pointing that out. Letcher County Central will come up, and it will be the top of the lineup, Scarlett Stamper. Sometimes in writing down real quickly, especially tonight. I didn't have David and Jim Bob to straighten me out. So got to have fans out there to straighten me out occasionally. Scarlett Stamper struck out in the first as we're moving into that bottom of the third. And once again, still got that crosswind blowing up the little holler here at Ermine. First pitch, and it's nice change up for strike one. Fugit has kept him off base with that change up. So let's see what Stamper can do at the 0-1, and it's going to be down 1-1. Nice crowd though I can see here to the left and to the right, and out in left field is a prime spot here at Letcher Central to watch a game, and right back up through the middle, base hit by Stamper. And a lot of times that's what you try to do. You gauge everything back through the box, and then if it's a changeup or if it's a fastball, you're able to go through it. So that will bring up Cook, who went from Shepherd to Couch on a 4-3 for an out in the first. Let's see if Coach Perkins will put the bunt on here for Letcher Central here in the bottom of the third with Stamper on first. There's the pitch, and it's going to be ball 1.
One more guess. One more clue. One more clue. Let's see. Because I told you he played from 84.
Cook steps in. Here comes the pitch. Change up. Nice one. And that's going to be 1-1. And, you know, a lot of times when that change-up's coming, then, you know, it's right out of the same pocket. It's just hard to pick up. Here comes the pitch. There it is again. And it's going to be fouled off, and it's going to be an out as the catcher was able to hang on to it. Excuse me, I guess not. So it'd be 1-2 still yet. Here comes the pitch, and it's up, and it's going to be 2-2. 2-2. Stamper at first. Fugit with the pitch. There's that changeup, and out in front, but able to keep her hands back and fouled it off.
2 of the 3 Phillies in the back-to-back Phillies World Series wins, or no, in the 2008
Here we
World
go.
Series.
And eyes the bunt, and Cook bunts it back, and it's going to get by Fugit, and that's going to be a base hit for Cook. And that will send Stamper to second. And that bunt got by Fugit, and nobody was there. And so that will put runners at first and second. And Katie Combs, who hit to a ground ball I got on with an error in the first inning and scored the first run of the game. And Combs, I don't think she'll be bunting, but not really sure here. We'll see as the edges come up. And the ball is up, ball 1. Dixon and Couch both were charging on the pitch. And here comes the pitch, and it's going to be hold up, and it's going to be didn't go 2-0. So Combs now ahead of on the count. She'll probably be looking for that pitch that she wants, and if you got to come in there with it, it's straight back 2-1. So runners at first and second. Coach Perkins hollering the signal down to Combs, and it's that changeup. Nice one. And that's 2-2. Letcher Central not able to figure that changeup out yet. Here comes the 2-2, and it's hit deep to Hoskins, tagging up. And the throw will come in. Hoskins with a cannon, and that's going to be 1 out. Line out for the first out of the inning. Runner's not able to advance, and I think if Stamper would have gone on that, she would have been cut down there, as the one-hop throw from Hoskins was right on target. And that will bring Kelsey Bentley, who had a base hit in the first inning. First and second, 1 out. Thank you for joining us here on Hometown 24. Change up way out in front. So Bentley and we have time at first, so Cook can tie her shoe.
Looks like Amira has to redo the shoe.
Jamie Moyer won.
I got
He
you.
won 250 games, 269.
Yeah. I got you a question.
Kayla Shepard moves over in left field. Ball is down on Bentley. That will be 1-1. And Shepard moves back in left field as well. So the power of Bentley had Coach doing. That's a changeup, and it's going to be a force out at third. And it's going to be a double play as it goes third to second. And that will be the third out of the inning, and that will end with no runs as we will move to the top of the fourth on Hometown 24. We've got a good one. Stay with us.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
Great communities attract talented people to live, work, and raise their families. We're committed to delivering future-proof broadband so our friends, families, and neighbors can live rich lives in smart rural communities across America. Your community is our community. We're your rural broadband partners. You do great things. We make great things possible.
Welcome back to Letcher Central, and a nice play by Perry County Central in the infield, going 6 to 5 to 4 for the double play, and ends the inning on a nice note. And Perry Central needs to come up with some hitting here, as Taylon Hoskins will start off for Perry County Central. Had a nice base hit in the first inning. Taylon, a nice athlete. Think she can play about anything if she put her mind to it. Really loved watching her play volleyball. Undersized for an outside hitter, but she can really get up. So Stamper on the mound once again as we go to the top of the fourth, and it's 2-0 Letcher County Central. 4 hits for Letcher Central, 2 for Perry Central. Hoskins swings through the first pitch. Letcher Central's outfield playing shallow in center and in right. Hatton in left playing pretty deep. And change up a little bit. Hoskins out in front, runs the count as 0-2.
Looked like a knuckle curve.
I mean, yeah, some kind of late bite on it or something.
0-2 on Hoskins. Stamper not willing to give her anything probably here to hit. And there did she go? And they said she did not go. Could hear Letcher Central's fans wanting that call down there, but she didn't go. So it's 1-2. Top of the fourth, Hoskins first batter of the inning, and that's going to run it 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 pitch, and it's going to be down, and that's going to run it full. Lead runner to start here for Perry County Central, needing some runs, needing some base runners. Here comes the full, and it's going to be a strikeout, and that's going to be the first of the fourth inning. That's going to be 8 strikeouts on the night so far for Scarlett Stamper, and that will send Michaela Shepard. No, I'm sorry. It is Michaela Shepard. Couldn't see for her there for a second. But that's swinging strike. Strike one. One down as Hoskins swung through that rise ball. First out. Shepard struck out in the first. And that's going to be a called strike, 0-2.
Yeah, she's living on that outside corner.
Shepard due for a hit. It's batting .474 on the season, leads the Lady Commodores in batting average. 0-2, and that one's going to be ball one.
It's a game of adjustment, there's no doubt. The pitch is taken outside just
1-2. comes the pitch. Shepard able to hold up on it. 2-2.
That ball looked good coming out of her hand, but it got high and outside. It just hurt her.
And it's going to be a swing and strike 3. And that's going to be 9 for Scarlett Stamper. And that's going to bring Olivia Robinson up, who had the nice base hit in the top of the second.
That's 9 strikeouts on the day.
First pitch and strike 1.
Hit down that outside corner again. Strike 1. Again, and we're like a broken record. When she puts that pitch on that outside.
Stamper working with 2 outs here. Prairie Central trying to get base runners. Comes the pitch, and it's going to be fouled off, and that's going to make it 0-2. Robinson, a freshman. When you look down Prairie County Central's roster, you've got an 8th grader, a freshman, a sophomore, a freshman, and an 8th grader. So, promising future for Prairie County Central softball. Here comes the pitch, and it's going to be away, and that's going to be 1-2. Sun kind of dropping a little bit, helping a little bit in right field. 1-2, and it's fouled off. And you remember Robinson fouled and fouled and fouled and fouled until she got the right pitch and then got the base hit. So trying to do the same here.
A good job of getting the easy things so far this game. That's usually what kind of hurts them in these games is those little
Stamper toes the rubber. 1-2 pitch, and it's hit up in the air. Can Bentley get to it? No, she can't, and she'll try it again. If there's nothing else, Robinson is leading this game and keeping the ball, and Stamper working Stamper as many times as she can work her to try to wear her down and try to get the right pitch. So 1-2, 2 outs. Here comes the pitch, and it's going to be low. 2-2. Two pitch, 2 outs, 2-0. Letcher Central, top of the 4th. And it hit, and it comes to Holcomb, and she's going to throw her out, and that will be the 3rd out of the inning. 1-2-3 for Letcher County Central, and when we come back, it'll be the bottom of the 4th for Letcher County Central. Stay with us here on Hometown 24.
For over 25 years, we fought for Kentuckians injured to no farther on. During that fight to some of the biggest insurance carriers and corporations in the world. You deserve. If you've been injured in a motor vehicle collision caused by someone else's fault, call Bates & Sloan right now and let's fight for you. The first consultation is free, and the attorney you see that first day will be the same attorney you see from the beginning of your case to the end. That's our promise to you at Bates & Sloan.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has.
Welcome back to Letcher County Central, and Prairie Central unable to muster anything in the top of the 4th. Still 2-0 Letcher County Central, and that will bring us to Mima Pavlik for Letcher County Central, who hit the ball to Cheyenne Couts for the 3 unassisted in the 2nd inning. Normally we're looking for scores and things, but unable to find anything. So I'll try to look for some in between innings. Pavlik hits it to the second baseman, and it's going to come up, and that's going to be a 4-3 that time. As a nice job that time by Robinson getting the ball to Couch, and that's going to be the first out of the inning. And that will bring Kara Holcomb, who also 3 unassisted to Cheyenne Couch. Ground ball goes to short, up with a throw, and it's going to be second out of the inning. Nice, stayed with it that time, and Dixon kind of bobbled it, shouldered nice arm there, and threw Holcomb out for the second out of the inning. And that will bring up Anna Hatton, who hit a base hit to right field and scored a run. Got caught in that rundown on the safety squeeze and ended up with a double play, but she scored before the second tag. Way out in front on that one, strike one. Next pitch, and that's going to be in the dirt, and that's going to be 1-1. Fugit with the white, and it's up 2-1. Lady Commodores trying to get into a 1-2-3 and get in there and get the bats rolling there in the top of the fifth. And that's going to be a strike on the outside corner. That's going to even the count at 2-2.
Yeah, it's only 7 o'clock and we're already well over
Fugit with the pitch. There's that changeup, and it went. It was down in the dirt, but they'll make that throw down to first to Couch, and that's going to be 1-2-3 for Perry County Central, and no runs for Letcher Central, and we'll move to the top of the field. So stay with us on Hometown 24. We're moving quick.
My name is Emily, and I'm from Laurel County. When I was searching for a college, I wanted to find a place that felt like home and where I could make a difference. The moment I stepped on Alice Lloyd's campus, I knew this was where I belonged. There's a sense of community here and a focus on serving others that you can't find at other colleges. For me, it wasn't just about continuing education. It was about being a part of something bigger. Apply now to find your home at alc.edu.
Come right to the source and get the region's best basketball coverage. HT24 puts you right in the middle of the action, and it's free to watch on Facebook. Watch the state's most exciting basketball right here with HT24.
Welcome back to Letcher County Central. Fast-moving game. Nice job by both pitchers, Stamper and Fugit. We'll move to the top of the field for Perry County Central. Perry County Central right now with 2 hits on the evening. And Letcher Central 2 runs and 4 hits. As we're looking in here, Stamper's still on the mound for Letcher Central. Has 9 strikeouts on the night. First for Perry County Central will be Ashlyn Dixon. She struck out in the second inning.
slow, gritty pitcher's duel of a game. The Cougars have just got a couple lucky bounces and have been able to
As I look out into right field, I look out there and see Evan Eversole out there taking in the action. And strike 1 by Stamper. Stamper has been able to go 1-2-3 on the Commodores the last 2 innings. And that's a half swing, but that don't matter. That's going to be a base hit down the left field line for Dixon, and that's going to be her first hit. Nice start for Perry County Central, and Cheyenne Couch, who struck out, will come up in this And Coach Ratliff with a call. Let's see if he puts them into action here a little bit, or Couch will bunt. Sun completely gone behind the clouds now, and there goes Dixon. Thought she was going. That was a ball on Couch.
Yeah, they're all getting that big secondary lead, but right before she got that hit, I was getting ready to say this is one of those games.
Stamper with the wide. Here comes the pitch, and Dixon's going to throw through, and she goes in through the back door, and she is safe. So stolen base for Dixon. Nice throw, but Dixon just able to outrun the throw. 1-1 count. No outs. Dixon's got to watch on the left side. It's got to go through. And that's going to be strike number 2. Call. 1-2.
You look at Couch, she has 11 RBIs on her. She is a 350 hitter. Batting 7th in their lineup.
Here comes the pitch by Stamper, and it's up. Trying to get her to go after the rise ball. 2-2. Nice job of Couch.
Yeah, the game's really starting.
Don't want to go after anything that's above your hands. Official Maggard has been real steady behind home plate. I think everybody knows where the strike zone is, and it's swinging strike on Couch. And that's going to be the first out of the inning. And Josie Mullins, who struck out in the second, comes up.
This is when your team's ability as a defense needs to really tighten up in these type of games.
And Mullins trying to plate Dixon from second base. A base hit, probably Dixon's going to score. She has outstanding speed. Here comes the pitch, and it's going to be strike. Let's see if Coach Ratliff, he's saying you got to swing the bat. So let's see what Mullins does here. Here comes the pitch, and she swung through it. That'd be 0-2. 0-2, 1 out. Dixon at second. Top of the 5th. Letcher Central up 2-0. Here comes the pitch, and it's going to be a strikeout, and that's going to be the second strike. And Stamper has been able to keep the Perry County Central batters off kilter just a little bit, seems like. And Fugit's going to come up. She struck out in the 3rd inning, swing and miss, foul tip.
Dixon in second, 2 outs. Here in the top of the 5th, Cougars lead 2-0.
Stamper with 11 strikeouts on the evening.
KHSAA record for strikeouts is 21, so every single one of them.
So Stamper with the 0-1 count, 2 outs. And that's going to be away, and that's going to be 1-1. Thanks to everybody for tuning in tonight. And big time matchup between these two clubs. One of these two clubs maybe end up winning the whole region this year. District play coming right around the corner, 2-1 on McKenna Fugit. District action will open up on the 19th, so I'll be checking that out to see where and who is playing who. There comes the pitch, and it's going to be a swing through it. And that's 2-2. See if Stamper, who has struck out the side one time tonight, see if she can do it again. Here comes the pitch, and it's hit to the outfield, and there's Hatton with the catch, and that will be the 3rd out of the inning, and that will end and send us to the bottom of the 5th for Letcher Central. So no runs for Perry Central, 2-0. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
This is the 4th app. I don't remember any of these passwords.
With so many subscriptions, it can be impossible to keep up.
Who said that?
Don't worry about who I am. Worry about all the money you're losing paying for all these subscriptions.
I have to use like 13 to watch all the shows I want to watch.
Then sign up for TVS. With TVS, you have all your favorite shows with just one bill. So stop throwing away money and throw away those subscriptions.
Magellan, what should we do with all this money we save by switching to TVS?
Welcome back to the campus of Letcher County Central as we move to the bottom of the 5th, 2-0 Letcher Central. Fugate still on the mound for Perry County Central, trying to find something. Is Coach Ratliff, you're down to 6 outs, trying to muster up some offense and trying to hold off Letcher Central from scoring any more. Bentley will come up, had a double over left field and hit the bottom of the fence, and that was in the 2nd inning.
They've knocked on door times. They started really crazy, but in this game, just the bloop and the blast, and you're tied up.
And we're ready to play. We'll be at Hazard on our next game, and that'll be Monday the 5th, strike 1 on Bentley. We will be doing the Hazard at Letcher Central at Hazard game on May the 5th, Monday. Strike on the swing, way out in front of that changeup. Nice job by Fugate getting Bentley out on the front foot, and it'll be 0-2. To doing the not Central Letcher Central baseball game, and Bentley will hit it down, and that's going to be a nice play, 5-3, and that'll be the first out. As up was Ashlyn Dixon, and with a nice throw, and it starts off well for Perry County Central. Like I was mentioning, our next baseball game will be May 7th with Knott County Central at Letcher Central. And then the following Saturday, it will be Perry County Central at Knott Central on Saturday, May the 10th. So that's our next 3 games, weather permitting. And that's hit down the line. It's going to be a fair ball, and that's going to be 1 base. And Collier is going to walk in with a stand-up double as she hit it down the left field line. And Collier with 2 for 2 in the game. Let's see what with Stamper up, who is struck out and singled in the game. Let's see if Stamper will try to either pull it to try to get that runner through, and I don't think she'll be bunting the softball. And that's going to be away, ball 1. As the lights are on now here at Letcher County Central. Never been to Letcher Central. Nice place to watch a softball game. And that's going to be away, ball number 2, 2-0. Collier standing on second after that double down the left field line. Stamper with a 2-0, and that's going to be strike 2-1. Stamper got to be ready for that this time. 2-1 now. Couch on that side's got to be ready, and it's hit to second baseman. Robinson up with it, and it's going to be the second out on the inning. 2 down, and that will advance Collier to third with 2 outs, and that will bring up Cook, who has grounded to second and has had a base hit, and that was that bunt base hit. So Cook trying to plate that runner at third with 2 down, and that's going to be an away, and that's ball 1. Would be a big-time run for Letcher County Central, and for Perry Central to get this third out would be a big-time get, and then get in there and try to score some runs. Is hit off the end of the bat, and that's going to be a foul ball. That'll be 1-1. That ball had a lot of spin on it and took it to the foul area. Your job's got to be, as a first baseman, to go get that thing either early or let it spin like Couch did and pick it up for it and make sure it's a foul. So 1-1, 2 outs. Here comes the changeup, and it's hit to Dixon. Long throw, and that is a wonderful play to make the third out of the inning. No score by the Cougars, and we will move to the top of the 6th. So stay with us here on Hometown 24. We've got a close one.
A lot has changed in 100 years. We've gone from the Model T to the electric car, from silent film to home theaters, and from the telegram to the iPhone. And through it all, People's Bank and Trust of Hazard has been there for local people. From paper checks to debit cards, from wire transfers to online banking, People's Bank has maintained a tradition of service while embracing the future for your financial needs. Celebrating a century of service to the mountains. People's Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
TVS has made a commitment to bringing you the best channel lineups and most diverse video packages available. We are proud to introduce Broadband TV, our newest and most affordable video package yet. 48 of the most watched channels we offer, some new channels only available with this package, and over 300 of the best free ad-supported channels available, all for only $29.95.
Welcome back to Letcher Central after that wonderful play by Alyssa Dixon. And guess who's going to start the top of the 6th? Alyssa Dixon. So big-time run-saving play with the backhand, and that's a tough play. And you got to have a cannon at shortstop to make that play, and she does, and come up with a big third out for Perry County Central. Catcher, so she is definitely due. So here comes Stamper, first pitch, and that's going to be strike on the outside corner. Stamper with 11 strikeouts on the evening, and that's going to be a bunt up. Can Combs catch it? And Combs does. Nice job, and that's tough, trying to pick up where that ball's going to, and a big out for Stamper and Letcher County Central to start off the top of the 6th. Avery Ratliff now up, has struck out. Oh, we have a pinch hitter. And I think that is Stacy, I believe. I'll have to check. I didn't hear an announcement. Strike 1. I'm pretty sure that's who that is. Let's do a double check. And it is Madison Stacy, an 8th grader. Here comes the pitch, and it's hit straight away center. There's Pat, and that's going to be an out. So Stacy puts it in play, but it's right at the center fielder Pavlik, and that's going to be 2 down, and that will bring Taylon Hoskins, up. Taylon has 1 for 2, had a base hit, and struck out. So trying to get something going here with 2 outs. First pitch is going to be down, ball 1. Perry Central down to their last 4 outs here. Got to have something. pitch, and it's swung through it, and that's going to be 1-1. Hoskins trying to really put a hurt on that ball. Wind still a crosswind here at Letcher Central, and it has picked up some. Comes the pitch, and it's going to be down 2-1. Once again, Manus Blair here running solo tonight. Jim Bob McCauley making his way back from Tennessee fishing, and David Adams, he'll be right back with us next Monday. And that's going to be a called strike, 2-2. I think Coach Ratliff was disagreeing a little bit with that call. And that's going to be a strikeout, and that's going to end with a 1-2-3 for Perry County Central, and that will move us to the bottom of the 6th. 2-0, Letcher County Central. Stay with us here on Hometown 24.
My name is Isabella, and I am from Madison County, Kentucky. Instead of choosing a larger university, I chose to attend Alice Lloyd College because I wanted a more personal college experience. The small class sizes provide a close relationship between students and professor that isn't possible at any other university. ALC is more than a place to learn, it is a place to grow, serve, and lead. Learn more at alc.edu.
Come right to the source and get the region's best basketball coverage. HT24 puts you right in the middle of the action, and it's free to watch on Facebook. Watch the state's most exciting basketball right here with HT24.
Welcome back to Letcher County Central, and Fugate will try to hold the Lady Cougars to no more and get them back to the top of the 7th. Trying to get the bats going against Scarlett Stamper.
Welcome back here.
Fugate has done an outstanding job tonight. She's given up 2, but only one of them was earned. So on most evenings, that would almost guarantee a win. So Fugate, nothing to be ashamed of tonight. For Letcher Central, Katie Combs will come at 3-4-5. Combs reached on the error in the first, lined out to center field in the third.
Especially where you are in your lineup, you can always.
Fugate toes the rubber. Here comes the pitch, and it's going to be down.
And if you're looking ahead to the 7th for Perry Central, they got 4, 5, 6 in their batting order coming up.
Fugate utilizing that changeup most of the night has had Letcher Central's batters way off balance. And that's going to be 2-0 as that ball was up. Turned into a very nice evening now that the sun has been blocked here. And that's fouled off, got it down on the handle, and 2-1, and that kind of woke up the press box here a little bit. And there it comes off. That got everybody jumping here in the press box. 2-1, nobody down. Here comes the pitch, and it's hit. There's the Dixon. Fires it over there, and that's going to be the first out of the 6th inning. Tell you what now, Dixon is going to throw, when she throws it over there, she throws it with ill intent. That means, and she's very accurate. So first out, and that will bring up Bentley, who has singled and hit into a fielder's choice on the double play that went 6-5-4 in the 3rd inning. Bentley, a sophomore for Letcher Central, and mentioned earlier Prairie Central's youth, but Letcher Central's got the youth too, and Bentley can't catch up to that infamous change up, and that's 1-1, one down. Letcher Central has a junior, a seventh grader, a junior, a sophomore, a junior, sophomore, and a sophomore, and a sophomore. So both teams got a bright future. There goes that change up again, and 1-2. And then if you've never been in the batter's box trying to hit that change up, you have no idea. And it's been really, really effective by Fugit. So 1-2 on Bentley, one down. Fugit trying to get them off the field, and it's going to be way out in front. And that's going to be a foul ball.
That ball was hit really well. Way out in front.
1-2, one out. Fugit's got to be careful about speeding Bentley's bat up here. May go right back with the changeup, and that's and that was close. 2-2.
You gotta like that pitch that time.
2-2. Not sure how Bentley laid off of that pitch. There's the changeup, and he's going to throw away, and that's going to be the second out. So nice job by Fugit, and that will bring up Emma Pavlik, who has grounded out to first and grounded out to second. Letcher Central trying to get something started with 2 out here. Letcher Central has left 3 on base and have had and it's going to grow foul.
Emma was part of that 6-5-4 double play in the third.
Yeah, she was the
started it all then.
Yeah, she caused all that trouble.
So Pavlik in 0-1, 2 down. And it's going to be hit back to Fugit. She's going to throw, and that's going to be the third out of the inning as they go 1-3. And we'll go to the top of the 7th. Let's see if Prairie Central can tie or go ahead. So stay with us here on Hometown 24.
We have determined that you have early onset Alzheimer's disease.
Why me? How could I have prevented this?
Research shows that reducing stress levels, not partaking in substance abuse, and being aware of safety measures are a few ways to prevent it.
So how quickly can this progress?
There's no definitive timeline. Everyone is different.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
And welcome back to Letcher County Central. We're moving to the bottom of the 7th. Prairie Central needs 2 to tie the game or to put themselves up 3, and it will be Shepard, Robinson, and Ashlyn Dixon for Coach Ratliff and the Prairie County Central Lady Commodores, trying to muster something up against Stamper. And it's been real tough. They've got to put the ball in play. Might see Stamper put some, and that's going to be ball in nice eye by Shepard.
They had 4, 5, 6 up.
We appreciate patronize those sponsors, and when it comes right down to it, this has been a fine game, fundamental game. Foul tip, stray back, and that's going to be 1-1.
Yeah, Scarlett's going to have to go through the teeth of this order. Shepherd will be followed by Robinson, who had the at-bat of the month.
1-1. Stamper eyes the plate, and it's going to be ball, and it's going to be 2-1.
Runs count 2-1. As I said, Shepherd's at plate now, and Robinson just had a marathon at bat and wound up singling back up the middle.
Stamper with 12 strikeouts on the evening, and there's going to be swung and missed, 2-2. Shepherd trying to put the ball in play.
She's got something she ain't told you about.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. She's keeping secrets from me or something.
Stamper looking in, 2-2. And they will go after it, and that's going to be the 13th strikeout on the evening for Scarlett Stamper, and that will bring up Olivia Robinson, who had the base hit and hit a ground ball out to shortstop. And Robinson has battled Stamper probably as much as any batter that Coach Ratliff has had this evening.
Still someone argues with me. That brings up Robinson.
Here comes the pitch, and it's going to be ball.
Just slow. I look forward to go back to this outside corner, don't you?
Yeah, she's been working it very well.
She has.
All night, and there ain't no point to leave it here in the set.
Here comes the pitch, and it's going to be hit, and it's foul, but it's going to be a nice catch by Bentley down there, and that's going to be 2 outs. Nice job by Bentley being away, and that was slicing away from her. So that's 2 down, and down to the last out, and that will be Ashlyn Dixon, who has singled and struck out.
Do as I say, not as I do. Yeah.
Look forward to seeing these two teams in district and regional play. Strike 1, called. Please go out and if you don't have an opportunity to tune in to Hometown 24, go and watch your local softball and baseball teams. Give them some support. Weather's warmed up now. And that's going to be hit on the handle, and that is going to be the last out of the game. And the Letcher County Central Cougars will win 2-0 against Perry County Central. And our Alice Lloyd College player of the game, who do you guys out there think it should be? Since I don't have Jim Bob and David to vote, I think it will be Scarlett Stamper will be our player of the game. 12 strikeouts, outstanding job of pitching tonight, and nice game from between Perry Central and Letcher Central. These two teams, you will see they will contend for district and regional championships the rest of the year, and we'll have them on probably somewhere down the line before district tournament time. Perry County Central will drop to 12-9. Letcher County Central will improve to 17-11. Like I said, our next game on Hometown 24 will be, let me pull it all up here. We have the next game will be Letcher Central at Hazard Monday, May the 5th. Then on Wednesday, May the 7th, it will be Knott County Central at Letcher Central in baseball. And then May the 10th, Saturday, it will be Perry County Central at Knott County Central in baseball. So if you get an opportunity to tune us in. If you can go out and watch someone, I want to just thank all of the hometown crew, Stephen Banks and Josh Cornett and Aiden down there. And he didn't even get a ball hit close to him tonight, thank goodness. And if all being said, go out and enjoy a good softball or baseball game, and if not, tune us in here on Hometown 24. And with that being said, good night from Letcher County Central High School, where Letcher Central defeats Perry Central 2-0.